Hello and welcome back to Brittany Alana, where we are working to live a joyous life and to do it boldly. And it is Friday, so you know what that means, Debt-Free Friday. I'm going to be sharing our updated debt number, talking about what we did throughout the week in regards to paying off debt, and sharing all of the fun. Welcome to my backyard. I don't know if I've ever done a video for y'all in my backyard, maybe one. And that was when I got Invisalign. But this is my backyard, and when it's the summertime, I love to sit out here and just use the natural light. The sun is going down right now, but I still wanted to make sure that I recorded this video. So in this video, since this is our first Debt-Free Friday, what I'm going to do is I give you where we started last week, and then I go through each of the debts, tell you how much we pay off, and then share what the new number is. This week was a week. Exhibit A. But also it was a week because we didn't actually put a lot towards debt this week. And something I want to talk about is, before I get into all the numbers, is that sometimes you might feel like you're not making progress towards paying off debt because you can't really put anything additional other than like your minimum payment. Some weeks are better than the others. I believe that even if you are putting an additional dollar towards your debt, I know in the grand scheme of things it's not really making that big of an impact, but it is, because it's getting you in a mindset of making sure that you prioritize any amount of money that you have goes towards tackling your debt. When I was doing cash stuffings and sinking funds, my motto was like, even if I put in $1, I'm happy, because $1 adds up. And when you have lots of debt, the dollars don't add up as fast as you would like them to add up, but it's the consistency, it's the creating a mindset and a framework to be diligent about debt, be diligent about really working towards your goals. So this week was one of those weeks that like we didn't put a lot to debt. Last week we put $818.64 to debt, and the majority of that was just the minimum payments. The only extra I put last week was $290 that we got from some unclaimed property, which I got to do a video on that, because go check it out within your state. You can get some money back. Some people get money back and some people don't, but $290 is more than I had before, so we love it. So last week we put a large amount of money towards our debt, and that was great, and I saw some progress. This week, not too much, but that's all right, and we're still going to talk about it. So last week we ended our debt number with that's not what it is. Yes, it is. $147,840.16. Because of our lovely friend Interest, guess how much in 1 week we added to our debt number just from interest? You done guessing? $319.84. It's bad enough that I got this debt that I got to pay off, but then you just keep adding and adding and adding because of this darn interest. And that is why I understand people do the debt avalanche method, because you're tackling the highest interest. So essentially over time, you are really just paying off the principal for your debts. But for me, we do the debt snowball because I need to see those wins along the way. I need to see those small champion moments where I can see that my hard work is paying off. The debt avalanche, you see it, but it's not as big of an impact. Like, to keep myself motivated and keep myself going on with this, and us going on with this, my husband and I, the debt snowball method is the way to go for us. If you want to figure out what method is going to be the best for you, there's so many different calculators online. One that I've used before is like undebt.it, and you could put it on your debts, put it on your interest, put it on your minimum payments, balance, all that, and you can see if you do the debt snowball, if you do the debt avalanche, what it is. So enough about that. Let's get into the numbers. So for all of the numbers pretty much stayed. Well, actually no. Our bank credit card went started with $411.55, and this week we only put $100 to our debt. So we're ending with $311.55. Nothing else happened, and that's okay. So Best Buy, we are ending with the same amount of $1,017.18. Expedia is $1,043.02. Trace is $2,446.25. Our bank credit card is $4,639.47. Our Amex is $4,908.16. Our student loans is $65,579.72. And that's where a good chunk of the interest went. That alone was like $200 just there. Ugh. And then our home equity loan is $68,114.65. And so our total that we are ending our amount with is $148,060. And so what does that mean? That it actually went up because of this darn interest. So that is where we're at. I am showing the real raw, the good, the bad, the ugly. Next week, if I haven't said this already, if I said it already, sorry, I can't remember, we'll have a bigger payment towards debt because, y'all, I'm getting my first paycheck for my part-time job that I started 2 weeks ago. I'm so excited. And then my husband gets paid, and this week for our minimum payment that's automatic is our student loans at $415.05, and whatever money we have left we're going to put to debt. So I will see you next week. Remember that it doesn't matter how much you put to debt, as long as you are making progress, you're putting something to debt, you're being intentional with your money, you are being in control of your money and making it happen. So I will see you next week for our next debt update, and then when I get my paycheck, we'll do a budget with me together for my first part-time paycheck. I'm so excited and so grateful. All right, have a good night, have a good rest of your day. See ya. Bye-bye.